What's up, you guys? Namicon here, bringing you my perspective as to what anything is bringing us. And welcome to another new episode of Worthy or Not, where I talk about video game, when I talk about characters, whether they're worthy of joining Super Smash Brothers or multiverses. And today is a big one. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most requested characters in all of Smash Brothers, Geno, from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Geno is a warrior from the Star Road and one of Mario's partners in Super Mario RPG. So he is sent by a higher authority to restore peace to Mario's world. During the event of Super Mario RPG, he teams up with Mario, which consists of his team consists of Mario himself, Mallow, Peach, who was called Princess Toadstool at the time, and Bowser. And he helps them out to defeat on their quest to defeat Smithy. So prior to the release of Super Mario RPG, Nintendo Power, for some reason, wrote that Geno was described by Square as Pinocchio. But ever since the game came out, Geno has become a huge fan favorite in the games. So much so that he's like during the speculation scene during the hype for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, he was like a top five most requested character. He was like top three most requested character. Probably Sonic was at the top. I think the big top three most requested characters for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, it was Sonic before he was revealed, Mega Man, G uh, and Geno. In terms of for third party specifically, because yeah, while he may debuted in a Mario game, he's not owned by Nintendo. No, he's owned by Square Enix. So 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 the game was developed by Square, and both Geno and Mallow were are cre- were created solely for this game in particular. So and that's why you don't see both of them in like other Mario spin-offs like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Strikers, even Mario Kart. You don't even see them there. It's because they're both owned by Square Enix. Super Mario RPG was an absolute game changer. It is the very first Mario RPG. It has drawn major elements from Square's biggest RPG franchise, Final Fantasy. It is a turn-based combat. It is a turn-based combat game with a party up to 3 characters. It is also the first Mario game to have gameplay in the isometric 3D environment. So yeah, this game is super important to Nintendo and to the Mario franchise in general. Without this game, you would Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, and arguably Mario and Rabbits would not exist. They would not exist. And apparently, and you want to know why? The first Paper Mario game wasn't even called Paper Mario. Wasn't even called Paper Mario at first. It was called Super Mario RPG 2. Now I have seen some clips of that game. Graphically speaking, it looks really similar to Paper Mario. It looks really similar to the final final product that is Paper Mario, but it was originally going to be called Super Mario RPG 2. Now whether Geno or Mallow were going to be in the game is unknown, but the importance of Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars cannot be overstated. You Shigeru Miyamoto was involved. Kensuke Tanabe was one of the writers. Chihiro Fuchioka was one of the directors, and the composer was Yoko Shimomura, one of the most critically acclaimed video game composers of all time. So and that's why people want. That's why people want Geno. That's why people want Geno. Like Super Mario RPG was so important to the Mario RPG. It basically started the whole. It basically started all this entire new wave of Mario spin-offs. Now, in terms of movesets, dude can fire a laser. Dude can transform into a cannonball, and and since he is a mannequin or a puppet of some sort, so Gino, his fingers is basically a gun, and I feel like you could create a crazy ass move set with what I've said. And as for as for a stage, Force Mates, you could make four. That's an easy one. You could do Force Mates as a stage. That's where you first found. That's where you first find Gino. Uh, and and he and and as for music, there you could basically remix. You could basically put in the whole entire Super Mario RPG soundtrack. Like I think probably my favorite one is Battle Against a Tougher Opponent. Yeah, I do hope if should Geno be in Super Smash Bros. That all the Mario RPG music will be remixed by hopeful Yoko Shimomura. Though honestly, she has a poor track record of remixing established songs. To check out her Smash remix of Try Try Again and the Moonriders first from Tekken 7. Those songs are not as good as the original counterparts. I would say that, but I would still say she should. I would still say she should return to remix those songs. Should Gino come to Smash? Now, do I think Gino is likely to come to the next a future Super Smash Bros. Title? Honestly, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for the remake, if it wasn't for the remake being a thing, I would have ruled him out immediately. Like I would have said, he would have been a big ass nope. But since the remake exists, I think he is a pretty big contender. Like the fact that the we're getting a remake for Super Mario RPG is insane. Like when I was first, I was the first to remember when I got leaked, but I ignored it because I thought that was bullshit. Lo and behold, that the leaks were true. It's actually real. Like no one, myself included, believed the leaks were real. I it's because it's I think it's because like yeah, Nintendo and Square Enix's relationship nowadays it's stronger than ever, but like back in the day we didn't have that feeling. I mean, yeah, Cloud Strife came in Smash 4, and then in Smash Ultimate that we got Sephiroth and Sora, but like we didn't think that Nintendo and Square Enix would acknowledge Mario RPG again in this grander scale. I mean, yeah, it did pretty well for a very late SNES title, but that was like uh, over almost three. That was like almost over 2 decades ago. I mean, and it's insane to think that they would acknowledge Super Mario RPG in this big scale. But I do feel that if Gino would come to Smash, I I feel like Mallow should join in as well. No, I don't want them to be. I don't want Gino and Mallow to be like a duo type character. I want them to be separate characters. So I want them to be separate characters with their own move sets. You can't, in my eyes, you can't have Gino without Mallow. They're equally important. They're equally important characters to Super Mario RPG. I may have put like 5 hours into Super Mario RPG. That was years and years ago, but I still feel that Mallow is important to Mario RPG. But but either way, well, I do prefer Paper Mario and Fluffle. I do understand why people want Geno. Super Mario RPG is started a whole slew of Mario spin-offs. It is the reason why other Mario RPGs exist, and it basically blossomed the relationship with Nintendo and Square, and they're still and Gino is basically a very is still a highly requested character to this very day. Various Smash Bros. Polls after Smash Ultimate's DLC release, Gino's still high. He's still pretty high. Top five, top 10. You're definitely gonna see him. In terms of even if he doesn't show up in future Smash Bros. Titles, one thing's for sure, he's not gonna go. He's not going away in the Smash speculation scene anytime soon. Whether you guys whether you guys like it or not. I I do see him as a worthy character, but compared to other Square Enix characters and especially Mario characters, he's got a tough battle. But I do I do hope that he'll show up at some point. So do do you guys think Geno from Super Mario RPG is worthy to join Super Smash Bros? Yes? No? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and make sure you follow my Instagram, Backlocked, and Letterboxd down in the description down below. You can also join my Discord server if you want to, also down in the description down below. This is Nabicon, and I'll see you next time.